Hey everyone, it's Michael here at Home Health Success Academy, and in this video we're going to talk about hiring marketers, right? It's a very great topic because as a home health agency, a home care company, or a hospice, we really need to be hiring marketers, okay? And so what I want to be able to do is discuss a few things about you guys. And we've made several videos about how to hire marketers, what to look for in a marketers, and so forth. And we actually have a full training series in a 10xpatientreferrals.com that gives you ideas on how to hire the right marketers. But definitely I want to be able to touch bases. Listen, I've been talking to hundreds of agency owners recently within the past few months, and for some reason around 25 to 27% of them says that they don't even want to hire a marketer. And the reason why they don't want to hire a marketer is because they've had bad experiences with marketers in the industry. So I want to ask that question to you guys. Have you ever had a bad experience of hiring a marketer in your agency, or know some other agency that hired a bad marketer? I definitely want to be able to hear your information, and just comment in this video anytime that you guys want to. And so then I would ask these agency owners and say, okay, so you don't want to hire a marketer, so who is marketing your company at this very moment? And they would say, well, I'm marketing my company, or my wife helps me market the company, or the DON every now and then helps us marketing the company. Then my next question is, how many days a week do you guys spend marketing your company? And they will say, well, sometimes one day, sometimes two. There's going to be some other days where we don't because we get too busy in the office and there's payroll and and so forth and so forth. And then I would ask, honestly, give me a rough number within a average of a weekly basis, not here and there. Would you say that you do at least 1 hour worth of marketing a day? And they would say, yes. 1 hour of marketing a day, pretty much is something that they would do. And so I would ask them, I said, well, why just 1 hour? Well, they would say, I would visit here and there. So literally, they're saying that they're only visiting or trying to market worth 5 hours a week. And then they would ask a question and they would say, Michael, we need help to get more patients. And there's one simple answer to get you more patients, is to be able to market and brand your company out there. And yes, I understand that there are really bad fake marketers out there in the world, but there's a lot of bad fake people everywhere. And so the best way to do things is, when you hire a marketer, is that you actually must have policies and procedures and training involved, and also expectations from that marketer if they begin to work for you. When you guys hire your nurses, when you guys hire your caregivers, you put them in a training system. You expect your caregivers to learn certain things. It's required by the state and depends on the state that you're in. Then your home health, if you're a home health agency, you hire nurses, you teach them how to do, your admission process, all the different care plans, how to look at certain things, how to make phone calls to physicians. You guys provide them training, give them the policies and procedures that they must abide to. Yet for some reason, marketers are not being given those themselves. And the reason for that is a lot of agencies do not have a training program for their marketers. The larger home health agencies that are being successful nowadays, the ones that have multiple locations in all other states, if you actually find out about these companies, they actually have a training program for their marketers. And that's such an amazing thing. And so you have to understand, you must be able to know what you're doing, right? And a lot of times as people will hire a marketer because the owners, the administrators, they themselves are not what they call salespeople. And so we end up hiring people just because they say they've had experience. We're hiring people just because they said that they worked for another agency. And that is something that's completely different. Because just because a marketer worked for another agency, that does not mean that he really knows how to market. Because if he is a good marketer, guess what? That agency will do everything they need and can do to keep that marketer on board with them. And so if you guys create a marketing training for them, and that's why our company is here now, is because A lot of companies will ask that of us, and we've helped a lot of companies by providing them the training for their marketers, a way that they are given the sales process, how to deal with the presentations, and so forth. And that's what we do at 10xpatientreferrals.com, which is a separate company from Home Health Success Academy. And so our goal is to be able to work with companies, out there to help provide education for their marketers. Now listen, you don't have to use the services that we provide. You can decide that you want to create your own system on in-house. You can decide to use other companies to provide sales training. But in the end, you must have a sales training program for your team, for your marketers. That's how you become successful. There's agencies out there that will try to hire a marketer through Indeed and say, must have a book of clients already. Here's the thing. If that marketer does work for you, will he really be able to bring all those referral sources with him? No. That's far from the truth. I know one agency, they fired their marketer because the DON that they just recently hired said that she had a book of clients and she's going to be able to get them to start referring to the agency, and that to get rid of the marketer that I knew, because she can just follow up with his clients. And it's not about that. It's not about being able to transfer from one agency to the other. When I hire a new marketer, whether they have experience or not, I don't expect them to bring their books. I don't expect them to bring their previous referral sources. If he can or she can, that's perfectly fine. But my goal is I don't want you to just, stay stagnant with what you have. I need you to create more contacts. I need you to network more out there to get more clients. Because I'm not paying you to just bring a certain amount of referrals a month. I'm paying you to be able to build more referral sources. So I just want to say that when you guys are hiring a marketer, you must provide a sales training program for them. They must be continuously educated with all the different things that are going on. And other than the fact that you guys are actually training them, you must have a return on demonstration. Can they do what they're supposed to do in front of you? So here's a quick technique. I want you to role play with your marketer. I'm sorry if I'm tongue-tied there. I want you to role play with them and surprise them and tell them, okay, when they come to the office, I want you to present to me like I'm a social worker. And then, while they're talking, interrupt them somewhere in the middle and say, actually, you know what? We are already working with another agency. I want you then to look at their face at that very moment and listen to the sound of their voice on how they respond. That's the number one objection that they're always going to face out in the field. And the first thing that the average marketer will do is they're going to say, well, here's my brochure. Here's my card. If there's anything that we can do, please give us a call. Or they may say something like, oh, you're already working with another agency? Well, here's my brochure. Here's my card. Please try us just once. I can prove to you how great our services are. Now they're begging. So are your marketers trained properly? If they cannot function just on a practice, drill, and rehearse routine at the office, imagine what happens to them when they actually go in the field. So I just want to be able to share that with you guys. Quick thinking about, how we look into marketing. But in the end, if you really want to create a successful company, you have to bring some marketers. Because what you're doing right now is the results. Gives you the result of what your census is. So if you are thinking that you don't have enough in your census, it's because of what you are doing for your company. So if you're a home care company, for example, are you using Facebook to market your company? Right? We're starting to see a lot of results coming in, referrals coming in because of Facebook alone for our companies alone. So you have to be able to start looking at what's going to work for your company. And marketing is such an important thing. Having a marketer, a full-time marketer, that is, not no part-time marketer, not those outsourced marketers, not those your workers in your office marketing every now and then. No, marketing is a science. It's a process. It's the skill. And you must learn the sales cycle, the sales process. You must learn how to handle objections. You must learn how to be able to present correctly. You must be able to position your company on the right hand. You must be able to have the right programs to be able to make your company stand out. There's so many different things that is important when it comes to marketing. And I can sit here and talk to you guys for 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours nonstop of what you need to do for your marketing. And that's what ended up happening with the 10xpatientreferrals.com. We have over 200 hours and videos, 200 hours of videos and audio items in that training program so that all the marketers that gets into it knows every aspect of marketing their company. So, I just want to say thank you so much for giving me your time. I know your time is busy. I'm so glad you guys watched this video. Always know that we're here for you guys. Make a comment, send us an email, shoot us a text message, whatever you guys want to do. This is Michael with Home Health Success Academy or 10xpatientreferrals.com. Thank you so much. Have a great day.